Back at it together after the holiday weekend and a break apart because I had some vacation. He's James. I'm Brennan. It's the Second Cup of Sunrise podcast.
Welcome
It was
back.
Tuesday the 20th. It was like the 9th, the last time we did this.
A
Yes.
long time ago.
Long time.
I was sitting in that seat for a while.
Oh, man.
Pretty all week. No podcast, a couple of days without me because of illness. Lost my voice halfway through the week, which just stinks in this business. Like, you can feel fine, but if you lose your voice, you're kind of...
Yeah. It's also one of those things where we can show up and like start doing it, and then you're like, I don't know until 7. I don't know for the noon to see how long it'll go. But yeah, glad to be back together. We got a lot to catch up on.
You look so tan.
I know. I was soaking it up. So it was the big Summers family vacation. We decided to do Disney for my mom, her early 70th birthday.
Yeah,
So
nice.
she'll have that coming up in April. So happy early birthday. And let's see, pull up the picture.
There
So
it
this was
is.
us, the castle there, Magic Kingdom, all of us
great.
together. Yes. Short shorts.
The shorts look great.
It was, they have ride heights for the kids of how tall they have to be.
Yeah,
They also
and
have
short length.
short length, and some of the security guys looked at me and they're like, I don't know.
Kind of close.
Thing was the big Disney marathon. Their race weekend was it wrapped up the weekend that we got there. So there were other runners and people there, and I was like, I felt blending in with the crowd. Felt okay.
Yeah.
But it was good. The weather was like 30s and 50s most of the days. We did get a little warmer and some sun. The final day we were there, we didn't do a park. So Saturday before we had a nighttime flight.
Yeah.
We went to the shopping plaza at Disney Springs, and girls were getting ice cream sitting by this lake underneath an umbrella because it was too warm for them.
Yeah.
71 and sunny.
Yeah, right.
And I was just sitting in a chair, just laying back, and I was like,
Yeah.
son, just give me a burn.
Trying to
Just
take it
right here. I'm soaking this in because I don't know when I'll get it.
As
It was
much as you
awesome.
can.
Yeah.
What's going on with the rain boots on Julia?
You can ask her that. We wear them everywhere. It's either that or it's snow boots. So we made sure not to pack
Even when
those.
there's no rain or snow?
She has a pair of gray snow boots she wears every day,
Yeah.
everywhere. And listen, it's the fight I don't want to have. That's
Yeah.
what she wants to wear. Had rain boots. We weren't sure about water rides or whatever, but they were just
It's
easy.
so
and it's
funny.
what she
My
wanted to have
kid,
on.
She always wants rain boots as well. It's like 20 degrees and snowing outside. I'm not gonna let you wear rain boots right now.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
They have a fix, and that's the one. We did when we were packing. She was like trying to get the snow boots, and we were like, no, we're going to go hide them. We don't want to take them.
Yes.
It'd be too warm for that.
Can't find them.
But it was fun going around doing all the rides and everything. Disney's crazy expensive doing all that, but it was great with mom for the birthday. She had a
Worth
blast.
it, for
Yes,
sure.
it was. But it was it's all day. I mean, it's like 6:30 wake up to make
Yeah.
sure you're on the bus or the gondola ride, and you're getting back at 8 or 9, and then do it
Yeah.
again. We had one hiccup, so we did the full week. So Monday, Tuesday at parks, Thursday, Friday at parks, Wednesday's the rest day. We did that once before.
Nice.
Paid off. That Tuesday night, Brooklyn had this cough in the middle of the night, and I was like, oh no. And it's that one where you sound and you're like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
Not group or whatever, but we had to go to an urgent care that Wednesday morning.
I can only imagine that urgent care is efficient. They know what they're doing.
It is. I looked it up, and they're all around there, that section of Orlando. And as soon
Yeah.
as you go in, Steph told me they're what park are you at? Or
Sure.
your visit. They know. And it's probably big business. Just open up there.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do great.
Yeah, she had a ear infection, got some medicine, but it was okay. It didn't ruin the trip at all. But it was a lot of fun. What kind of did? So I said on our Sunrise show, I had a problem with the airport in Orlando.
Yes.
Saturday night, we're getting ready to come back, and the girls had some gummies, things to use for takeoff and for landing, just to help with the ear pressure. And I was looking around for some gum. So I go around in the terminal, different gates, different, the Hudson News place,
Yes.
everywhere, just looking. And I couldn't see any gum anywhere.
Weird.
I went to like 3 or 4 different stores. And I finally walked up to one of the workers and I said, you got no gum? And she was like, not at this airport. And I was like, really?
Wow.
Of all the things in Florida that we're going to crack down on,
Yeah.
no gum there.
Yeah.
And so I Googled this, and I was like, no gum at the Orlando airport. You cannot buy it there because of course, AI throwing this together.
Yeah.
Some long-standing rule of an agreement with Disney World to maintain cleanliness.
Wow.
So it was too much people spitting it everywhere, ending up on the floor, cleaning it up, ending up on seats or rides or whatever.
You can bring your own, but they're not
You can
selling
bring
it.
your own, but you can't sell them. And there was this whole article that I found on the Orlando Sentinel too that
Yeah.
ran with that. And no go.
Wow. Interesting.
So I
Old
found
agreement with Disney World.
I found a stack of Mentos that I bought.
Uh-huh.
But I just ripped through all of those like before we even took
Yeah,
off. I was
yeah.
like, I haven't had these forever.
You do see it everywhere, though. Gum
Yeah.
on the ground and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, people clean it up. They do all these interesting stories of in DC on the pavement or even here because it's just such a
Yeah.
pain. Like
Right.
guys, their specific job is to go clean that up. But
And gum.
I thought that was interesting. Of an airport,
Huh.
of all places.
Yeah.
And it was like, nothing. Nothing. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do?
It's funny that you experienced it that way, that you were literally going from kiosk to kiosk asking for gum.
I know. And I was probably like, how many times did they get asked that question? Probably all the time, someone looking for it. And I went back and when I told Steph, I was like, they don't sell gum here. And she was like, really? And I was just like,
Yeah.
and I don't ever chew gum. And it's the one time I was looking for it.
Yeah, yeah. Do
None.
you pop it either? Do you pop the gum?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Do
quiet.
you?
It's quieter in the airport as well. 'cause
Yeah,
no one's-
that's true. That's true. So I was sitting there just blowing my nose, takeoff and landing,
Yeah.
popping the ears, but made it home all right. So that was good. We were back to work as usual for yesterday for MLK Day on the holiday.
Yes.
And in the morning, after we got done with the Sunrise Show, we kind of talk about, are we going to have weather as a lead or our A block, our first block at
Right.
noon? And I was like,
what are we covering?
James, I was like, we don't have like that much going on. I was like, weather was a big story yesterday. And of course, a lot of people getting dumped on with the snow.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, let's do that. And then I stepped out on my break to go get my hair cut. And swear to God, it takes like 6 minutes to get it done.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I go in, sitting there, and I just feel this buzzing on my wrist, my watch, and my phone in my pocket. Multiple like texts and alerts coming through, and I automatically thought, is something wrong with the kids, or is it my Ring doorbell or whatever?
Yeah.
And as soon as it got done, 6 minutes later, I just open it, and people are texting me saying, Sean McDermott's
There
out.
it is.
Sean McDermott got fired yesterday morning.
Yeah.
The news started coming out before it was all, the Schefters of the world and Rappaport's reporting it, that he was gone after 9 seasons. Of course, this follows the overtime loss against the Broncos there Saturday in Denver. And then the team put out a statement. Terry Pagula, the owner, said the organization needs some new structure. And of course, McDermott's legacy will be remembered by that big moment when he came in, going back to 2017, when he finally turned the team around and helped end that long playoff drought. Here's what some of the former players saying about this.
Sean McDermott's a guy that I have so much respect for. I mean, got the pleasure to play for him in 2017. We've remained friends to this day. I think he does a great job of balancing a relationship with players, but also holding them to a standard of accountability that brings out the best in players. He is the most consistent person I've ever been around in my entire life, with his daily structure that he lives with that then permeates out into the team. And that's where you've seen this team be extremely consistent over the years.
That was Eric Wood, former player, speaking there. McDermott did have a statement reflecting on his time in Orchard Park, saying he appreciates the organization, the players, the fan base. He says, Bills Mafia, you are one of one. I always wanted our teams to play with the same level of toughness and grit that is true to Buffalo and that you demonstrate each day. And the players just as stunned by what we saw online. Some of the things we can't say because of certain words they used, about it kind of being crazier or what's going on. Others like Deion Dawkins, the offensive lineman, said McDermott is a true leader and he was truly the best to learn under. McDermott and Dawkins came to Buffalo the same year in 2017. Also, Damar Hamlin, he shared a post just with broken heart emojis, and he said McDermott was a true leader of men and thanked him for everything on and off the field, speaking about what he went through with his cardiac arrest during that Monday night game.
Yes.
Brandon Beane, though, it was, wondering what was going to happen with him.
Yeah.
And in the statement from Pagula, found out not only is Beane staying as GM, he gets a new title as well as President of Football Operations.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, so Bean obviously is going to have a closer relationship with the Pagulas than McDermott, and you hate to think that just having a closer relationship is going to allow you to keep your job. But I do think that speculation here that might be a thing. If you just simply have a closer relationship and you're able to kind
Yeah.
of like coerce them into like, look, here's my plan. Like, if we get rid of McDermott, I've got someone under the wings that I know is really going to do a good job. And I think like McDermott, like, I don't know why they didn't just keep him on. You look at the numbers, like the raw win-loss totals. He's one of the best coaches in the league.
Was
You
like
know,
80 something and 50. I
Yeah.
think what it
Right,
was,
which
8 and 8
is
in the playoffs.
pretty good considering what they had before.
Yeah, I did see the stat yesterday. The Bills are the only team in league history to win in 6 straight seasons at least one playoff game and not make it to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Of course, they had the 4 falls of Buffalo in the 90s where they made it and then lost all 4, but
And
just
they were
couldn't get over the
incredibly
hump.
close against the Chiefs
Yeah,
on multiple occasions.
and then you start thinking like, we usually don't see McDermott kind of go after the refs or the league like we saw him Saturday night
Yes.
after that game. And then it was after he had the press conference about the catch and wanting more review time and how it was handled. He had reached out again, I think it was to the Buffalo News for like a longer statement there too. Josh Allen at locker cleanout Sunday didn't talk, which was, I read from our sports reporters, the first time that he hasn't spoken at locker cleanout. He usually
Really?
gives something. Supposed to hear from him this week, and Bean does his end of the year press conference, which fireworks should be
Yeah.
interesting.
Right.
Some interesting questions there.
And so yesterday was locker or not?
Sunday
yesterday.
was,
Sunday.
yeah.
So that's before the McDermott news.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Interesting.
And with how emotional Josh Allen was, of course, it felt like maybe this was the game in the year where it finally broke him
Yeah.
to some degree.
yeah.
Or maybe there
Right.
was something in there that he knew. But yeah, I mean, McDermott won't be unemployed long. I mean, there are
No.
probably, 6 openings still? Close to it? Yeah.
Well, a lot of prediction markets like Dable as the new head coach.
I'm glad you bring that up because I was looking at the odds on who's going to be that. And I found an article, Yahoo Sports this morning, and there's the picture, Brian Dable.
There he is.
Who's a Buffalo guy,
Yeah.
very close with Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's the favorites, just for entertainment purposes, plus 210. How about that? Davis Webb, who former quarterback, had some time around Josh Allen as well.
Yeah.
He's with your Broncos. He's the QB coach or something
Yeah.
with receivers as well.
Yeah.
Clint Kubiak, who's with
49ers, I
the
think.
Seahawks.
Oh.
Is that right?
Seahawks.
Joe Brady, who's been interviewing for head coaching jobs before, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
If he moves up, Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins.
I love that. I think that'd
Yeah,
be fun.
be fun. Grant Udinsky, he's the offensive coordinator for the Jags, who they've saved Trevor Lawrence's career.
Yeah.
Matt LaFleur, I don't know why that's up there with the Packers.
Did he get fired?
No.
I was gonna say.
I thought he just re-upped a
still
little
employed.
bit too. And then Cliff Kingsbury, who was most recently with the Commanders as offensive coordinator, had a failed stint as running the Cardinals. But
Yeah.
but the number one is Brian Dable after he was fired from the Giants. So we'll see.
I wonder how long. I mean, the usual time, the elapsed time that it goes from hiring. I mean, they're going to take their time. I don't think they want to rush this decision.
Yeah.
Here, So
You also got to move. It's the best coaching gig, though. Imagine it just lands. You've got
Yeah.
Josh Allen,
Yeah.
this team that, needs some improvements, but
Yeah.
a Super Bowl contender.
yeah, I guess it's kind of a mix, right? Because you don't want to rush it because you want to make the right decision, but you do want to rush it because you don't want to lose the people that you want.
Yeah.
Right. And there's only there's a relatively short list. I didn't see Steelers.
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
That's who I said. I shared a GIF of him yesterday. I said of who else looks good in the snow? Him and his aviators and his flakes flying.
Right.
And he and McDermott were, is it William and Mary
Yeah.
in Virginia where they
Yes.
had some time
Or Maryland,
working together?
something like that.
Yeah.
Northern Virginia.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he's the same guy. He won a Super Bowl in Pittsburgh, but he was always, the
yeah.
8 and 9 guy. Well, didn't have a losing season, so he was 9
Right,
and 8 or
9 and
8 and 8
8. Yeah,
all his
yeah.
time, and always lost in the
He won
first
with
round of the playoffs.
Roethlisberger.
Yeah,
I think. Right?
Yeah.
So talk about star quarterback, and I think Allen's going to have to start becoming Roethlisberger. He can't keep running like he is.
I know. I would love the Tomlinisms of his famous for his press conference for not saying anything or saying just quirky
Yeah.
cliches that he makes up, the
Yes.
cliches to him. As for some of the reaction from Bills Mafia, who thought that Pagula fired the wrong guy.
In our opinion, and I hate to say this over the air, but Beam ought to go. we need to get. He's getting the wrong personnel. We need some defense.
I don't really even know. I think it's undeserved. I don't know how Brandon Beane still has a job and McDermott doesn't. I think it's nuts.
When we put up the poll for What's Up Rock, we asked people should Brandon Beane have been cut to. It was like 95% saying yes.
And I think that's like kind of the opposite of what I was saying before. It's like the fans have a connection with the coach because we hear the coach all the time.
People loved him. He did a lot giving back to the community too, and he was just like a sense of calm and just being steady.
Yeah.
He didn't win the Super Bowl.
Maybe
Didn't
made
get to
some
it,
questionable calls at the end of some games,
Yeah. As for the McDermott era and how it went and got to this point, looking back on that, here's Caleb Carr from our sports department.
He is a smart, thorough, decisive, faith-based winner. So I introduce you to Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott was hired as the Buffalo Bills head coach in 2017, becoming the franchise's 10th head coach during the infamous playoff drought. With him, he brought one goal: to bring success to the city of Buffalo.
We're going to compete on a daily basis. I'm going to build this culture along with the people in this building to develop a daily standard of winning.
And that's exactly what he did. In McDermott's first season as head coach, he brought the Bills to their first playoff appearance in 17 years. He faced his greatest coaching adversity in 2023 when safety Damar Hamlin suffered a sudden cardiac arrest on the field. Through it all, his leadership prevailed.
He was a perfect man in that situation to handle that type of situation. I can't say enough about what he did, what he said to us in the locker room.
McDermott's Bills went to the playoffs 8 times and won 5 divisional titles. His culture was beloved by many, and he fought for his players, even after his final defeat.
But I'm saying it because I'm standing up for Buffalo, damn it. I'm standing up for us. These guys spent 3 hours out there playing football, pouring their guts out, to not even say, hey, let's just slow this thing down. That's why I'm bothered.
McDermott went 98-50 with the Bills, and he will leave with the team's all-time best winning percentage. Reporting, Caleb Carr, News 8.
You asked, and I put it in Google, the average hiring time for a coach is about 26 days.
Okay.
So
there you go, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 to 4 weeks. The average coaching tenure in the NFL?
Oh, gosh, 3 years, I would guess. 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, 3.2.
3.
3.2.
That's too short.
That sounds about right. You get the introduction one.
Yeah.
You have a bad one, and then the second bad one, and then that's gone. It's wild.
See you later.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. It's always a corral at the end of every year.
Yeah, it is. They've said the wildest, the coaching carousel, they say, in years. So,
yeah. And then you look at what just happened last night, in the national championship.
Yes, I know. Curt Cignetti, Indiana, took the losingest team ever in college football, and in 2 years, national title win.
No one can ever say that coaching doesn't matter anymore.
No, not after that.
I mean, that was...
People just point to that and they'll look. College and pro's different, but that's how it is. We got more coming your way. Catching up on the Survivor game.
Got to get back to Survivor.
All the trivia.
Get the QR code up there.
Yeah, that and a whole lot more, and we'll get some weather as well. Back here on the podcast, it's Tuesday morning, January 20th, second cup of sunrise. I'm Brennan, here with James, back together. We got to catch up on the Survivor game.
Yeah.
Of course, this is what we're doing with the QR code right there. You can scan it, enter this contest once a day till we get to the premiere of season 50 coming up February 25th, coming off the weekend and some long days. I was looking up how many we need to do. 3 questions for this.
Let's do it.
Who was the first unanimous winner? You have any idea on this?
First unanimous winner?
Earl Cole in Survivor Fiji.
Okay. Earl.
We'll do the next one. And again, these are just for fun, for the trivia. The contest for the gear for Survivor, you can enter that all the time.
Just enter. You don't have to...
You might know this one. What prize is considered a curse?
Oh. What prize?
Yeah.
Like in the game? The black dot.
Black dot. I see cars.
When does you win a car in Survivor?
I don't know. Maybe that's part of a winning thing. You give it. That's what it came up with.
This is the blind leading the blind.
I know. The oldest survivor to compete. So this is easier. We can guess.
Okay,
some
this is the
ages.
Rochester guy, I think.
I'm gonna go.
He was like 75, I think.
I'm gonna go 73.
Yeah, what's his name? I don't know, but
Rudy Bosch. I forget
whatever.
his name.
Rudy, yeah.
76.
He was like I
Rudy.
don't know Rochester, but Western New Yorkish guy,
76.
Vietnam veteran. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, famous guy. Yeah, he was
How
great.
about that? That's awesome.
He was an ass kicker.
You do all that. There, again, you can scan the QR code. We'll do this at some point during the podcast each morning as we get closer and closer to that. Speaking of kind of prizes and surprise findings of things that you could sell for money, just this weird kind of mafia link story that we had on our show this morning. The owner of the oldest brewery here, Thornton Distilling in Illinois, found a gun hidden within the walls. Now, this property has links to Al Capone, and the gun was more than 100 years old, a Colt model, 1908, made between 1903 and 1923. The brewery was built in 1857, but kept running with operations through Prohibition when Capone took it over for a bootlegging ring. The owner now has to actually wait to see if that gun is linked to any crimes going back years.
Could be.
They did find some postcards as well with beer orders going back to the 1880s.
That's pretty cool.
It's just wild. Like you go through and then find that.
Loaded.
Not only that, loaded. I'm just like, what were you looking for to begin with?
Yeah.
and
Why are you
going
sticking
through-
your hand in a hole like
It's like,
that?
it's like, oh, here's this hole from a more than century-old building. Let me just check that out.
It must have been plugged with some sort of wood cork piece or something like that.
And then it's, how do you just go up to the cops at the department?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, guys,
I got a gun.
do you do any gun buybacks? Because I got something that might be involved in mafia crimes from way back. So
They
let's
were able to
run
cock
the
it,
information
too.
on that. It's just wild, crazy.
That
Yeah.
is pretty neat.
I love the cars parked outside and the story with it too.
Right.
This,
Look at that thing.
how about this Star Sapphire? It's purple, it's very rare, it's going up for sale. So this came out of Sri Lanka. It weighs more than 3,500 carats, is believed to be the world's biggest of its kind, is called the Star of Pure Land. It may be worth $300 million.
like a baseball.
The owners are staying anonymous for now for security reasons, but they're ready to sell. And they found this in the remote city of Gems.
Look at the person, is the modeler has just
I know.
got this flawless counterclockwise rotation with it.
Don't drop it. Be careful.
Yeah.
Other than like, you know what's
Right.
Okay, it's one thing like this gun inside this brewery and tied to the mafia days, and this is just the city of gems.
What are you going to do with that thing?
I don't know.
Like, put it on a necklace?
300 million. We do a ton of these auction stories,
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
houses, things
That's
from
too
movies or
much.
whatever. That's crazy.
No one's going to pay that much money.
I mean, if it goes that for auction, what is it actually?
yeah.
I mean, if it's
Right.
worth 300, what could someone get for it? It's
You gotta
insane.
break it, though. It's kind of ugly. It's just a round.
I know it's just round. Don't you want like some sharp edges or something
yeah.
to make it like
Cut
that?
it up. Put it on a ring.
We got some sunshine, bitter cold today.
Yeah.
Even colder this weekend.
Yeah, look,
What do you got
cool,
here?
Cool shot of Canandaigua there. You can pop up. So how about that? Gorgeous sunshine there, but the hidden part of it is the temperatures. We are way down with our numbers, feeling like the teens, the single digits. And you see the ice that's starting to form there on the bay, the Sutter's Marina Bay. That ice will likely be thick enough, I think, by the weekend to maybe even put some skates on and get out there. It's going to be that cold.
I keep driving around when I'm over the Bay Bridge in Irondequoit. Have not seen ice fishermen all season.
Haven't
I don't
really
think.
been able to do it.
No.
We've gotten some cold snaps here and there, but nothing really sustained.
Mm-hmm.
And today we just stay in the teens. Tomorrow we get close to the average high of the low 30s, but after that it is downhill Thursday, Friday, and then over the weekend is some solid cold. And when you get days that are below 10, that's really helps solidify the ice that I expect to see over most of the Great Lakes.
It'll be so cold this weekend. Plenty of football, sans Bills to watch then. We got more coming your way on air midday at noon on your TV. Back here tomorrow morning with more from Second Cup of Sunrise.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.